Hello, welcome to Daily Report with OVTLYR. So every day I look into what I'm seeing within the OVTLYR dashboard, share my insights about stock market, and uh, analyze the news, what's happening around the world, and I try to give you a little bit brief about how I see any opportunities in the stock market for that given day. So let's get started. Before I get started, just a quick about myself. I am co-founder and CEO at OVTLYR, and what we have built is an algorithm, a platform which measures how investors are reacting to changing market conditions, whether it's global conditions, news, price movement, etc. How investors are reacting to it, and we display a lot of useful data points, including how much fearful or greedy these investors are for that stock or an ETF that we cover, and by how much. In this session, I usually look into the news, look into market, some sectors, and I try to see if there are any opportunities right now. So let's get started. Okay, so I do this exercise pretty much before market opens, and this is the same uh, procedure. This is the same way I do it pretty much every day. I do spend some time one day before as well at night. But first thing I look into is what's happening around us. Like, is there any big red flags or any events which are pushing certain sectors, certain markets up? So there are like these global triggers that I always look for. So right now, I mean, if I look into what's happening, we talked about there was a strike last week, which got over. So that's done. Right now, there's hurricane season. There's another Category 4 hurricane headed to Florida. So that's kind of like I'm just I hope things doesn't go bad as the last one. But the second thing I'm looking, the war between Israel and Lebanon and some of these other countries, it's not stopping. It just keep on escalating, which is not a very good news for overall market, but good for certain industries in the industrial sectors, the companies which directly benefit, um, the arms manufacturing companies, things like that. So that is definitely, I see where the, if I look from the stocks perspective, that's where the opportunities are from the stock perspective. Then I start looking into, is there anything else that's going on? And as you can see, one of the event that is pushing the stocks, the Chinese stocks up, is the turnaround from the government over there, rate cuts, these support packages, etc. And pretty much all the stocks in last week we can have, and we started talking about, not today, but if you see my videos from last week, we can have. I have been talking about it, like uh, some of these Chinese stocks are are good opportunities. You talk about Baidu, you talk about Alibaba. There's another stock which one of my dear friend, he was into, and it was pretty much flat for many, I would say, over a year now. It was called Jinko Solar, and it's also ripping up. It's up by, I think, almost 50-60% already up. So that's kind of crazy in last 1 week. So yeah, there are a lot of opportunities right now in the Chinese market, and it's keep on going up. I don't know when it's gonna stop, but that is something I'm watching very, very closely. Hi Doug, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. So coming back to what I'm seeing from the global, news perspective. Um, to $90, right? It impacts for the high oil. Of course, some of the energy companies are going to benefit from it, from this higher oil price. But there's another effect, which is on inflation, right? So in past few weeks, or a month or so, Fed last month, had that 50 basis point rate cut. Everybody was very excited. They were talking about, hey, and inflation is under control. Things are looking very rosy right now. But in going up, if the war doesn't stop, it doesn't stop, then the oil gonna keep on going up, and it's gonna impact those inflation numbers, number one. And the recent job reports came out, they were looking in fact good. And the kind of news headlines I'm reading right now is, the US Treasury yields are back at 4%. The level last seen in August, after that jobs report, which essentially undercut the chances for another big interest rate reduction from Feds. So that's kind of the thing that I am kind of looking into, because it is going to impact the stocks. And as you can see right now, stocks are pulling back right now. Okay, so my screen is frozen. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. It just My computer is acting funny right now. And process. Okay. Hey, sorry about that. My computer started acting all funny and it just shut down. my browser and I had to restart. So okay, let me start opening my browser right here. Give me 1 second, please. So I'll keep on talking. So again, Chinese stocks, as you see from last couple of weeks, I have been talking about them, and they are kind of in that uptrend. And okay, so here you go. And thanks for the patience. I I hope that this doesn't happen when I'm live. And today it just decided that it's gonna give me hard time. And apparently there's a update that I need to install that I have been kind of not installing from last couple of days, and I think it's because of that. It just keep on, it's punishing me right now, my computer, for not installing that update again. Okay, so as I look into these, I pull the market breadth here, and right now the market breadth, it's kind of like in this downward trajectory, as you can see. This is very, very important indicator what I look into. um, this one along with uptrend downtrend chart right here. And as you can see, that number of stocks in uptrend are going down, number of stocks in downtrend are going up. And as I, you know, emphasize all the time about the value of this data, especially when you are looking into that broader, market direction, how important is this indicator? If you're not following, I would highly, highly suggest that look into our market breadth data, and it will save you. Like, there was a time, I have in past not used, like we introduced this data point, 3 4 5 months ago. Before that, it was sometime very hard to identify these broader market movements. There were some supporting data points, but now with this, I can stay out the market when the overall market is going down, get back in when it starts changing direction. And it really, really tells me that right now it's in the pullback, as you can see. And you pull the stocks right now, like especially the US listed stocks, the picture, apart from just few of them which are going up because whatever, there's some trigger event, but most of them are in the pullback. Energy sector is little bit different right now in my opinion, because energy sector, as I can tell you, that oil prices are going up because of the recent war, and whenever the crude oil goes up, it benefits that sector, and it is dangerously high. I mean, don't take me wrong, I mean, it is dangerously high, but um you just need to be careful. As you can see, again, it's still going higher, 75, above 75%, you know which is supported by these recent geopolitical events, right? So that is what's happening in the energy sector. And number of stocks in uptrend are going up, number of stocks in downtrend are going down. You pull any good energy companies which directly benefit from oil business, you're going to see that their stocks are probably are in that uptrend. Some of the industrial companies in uptrend because of the because of what's happening around us, and of course Chinese companies because of the recent geopolitical events. So apart from that, pretty much all the companies right now I won't bet. I'm staying out right now because of there's a uh, pressure, downward pressure right now, pretty much in all the sectors, or the sectors which are going up, they are dangerously higher right now, and it can change any day now. I don't want to get in when they are already that high, or there is a risk there is a risk of pullback. So that is why I'm right now out of the market. And as you can see, the number of stocks in our buy list, in our bull list, are 11, and number of cells in the bear list are closer to 48. which means there are more sells and lesser buys, which kind of tells you about the whole market movement. So again, in my opinion, right now, like if you are looking for opportunities, look into some Chinese stocks. It's still going up. Again, that's what I have been talking about from last week and half now. And it's going crazy. Some of the opportunities in industrial sectors, Northrop, NOC, a few other opportunities are there. Again, I have been talking about that from last couple of weeks. uh, there are some opportunity in the energy sector, but again, I would be very, very careful, because right now they are dangerously at the levels which are very high. It may keep on going on as long as this geopolitical event uh, doesn't kind of stops. Yeah, I'm back. It's crazy. Okay, cool. That's all I have. If you have any questions, or if you want me to look into certain stock, I can do that. One thing that a big effort has started within Outlier, we are redesigning and adding lot of features to our dashboard, to our portal. We just started effort. As I have more updates, I will share with you all. But our goal is to make it simple to use, without jumping the screens, without going to different screens, have more information in your hands. And that's what we are working on. And I think the next update that you're going to see very soon, you're going to be very, very pleased with what we are building. And as you can see us, since the day we started, every day, every week, every month, we have been pushing, listening to all of our members feedback, what they're talking about, making their life simple. And that's what we are doing right now at Outlier. And if you want to grab your own uh, deal right now, it's at 329 a year, which is approximately 9 cents a day. I would say that in future the prices are going up, so do lock in your prices so that it doesn't impact you. That's all for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. And I'll make sure that I have that update installed today so that it doesn't act funny when I'm talking next tomorrow. See you all. Bye.